Welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. If you are seeing this on the YouTube Shelf Life Book Reviews channel, hopefully you will subscribe to my Shelf Life Book Review page so you will be aware of future book reviews. I add at least 2 or 3 videos per week, so hopefully you will like what you see, you'll tell your friends, and if you're watching this on the Facebook Shelf Life Book Reviews page, hopefully you will like it on that page and share this with your friends as well. So this brings me to 2 great fiction works this week, and they're sort of the old and the new of fiction writers, and I'll explain that as the review goes along. The first book is As the Wicked Watch by TAMRON Hall. This is published by William Morrow and it retails for $23.99. TAMRON Hall is, well, she's had a talk show. She was the first black co-host of the Today Show, and on the Discovery Channel she has a series of shows about the world of crime. So she is actually a crime reporter, so she really knows what she's talking about. And this is book 1 of the Jordan Manning series. And if it's any indication of the potential for this series, you will see a lot more books to come in the future. Jordan Manning is a young crime reporter, and she has become obsessed with a series of crimes involving young black women. And she is concerned that perhaps the police aren't giving as much time to these murders because the women are black. And if they had been white, she thinks, well, maybe the police would have cared more. But Jordan happens to arrive in the scene of many murders, and she's the first person there. And she is there when the remains are found of a young girl called Macy James, a 15-year-old high school student. And she has been savagely, brutally murdered. It is a bloodbath. And so she takes it upon herself to find out about this young girl's life. She finds out that someone at school had been taking her, driving her from school. And no one seems to know who this person is. So Jordan wonders, could this be the killer? So she starts to investigate. She talks to friends, family, and other people who knew Macy. And it's a very complex story. And as she gets closer to the actual killer, you can be sure that they're not going to go down without a fight. And Jordan's life may be in danger too. The book is told through the eyes of Jordan. It's told in the first person, which makes it more intimate and gives it more of a intense story, as all the observations and revelations are told through Jordan's eyes. So if you're looking for a different kind of book, a great serial killer thriller, As the Wicked Watch is certainly a book that you should watch out for. And as I mentioned, the old and the new, the second book is Forgotten in Death by J.D. ROBB. This is published by St. Martin's Press and it retails for $38.99. J.D. ROBB, who is also aka Nora Roberts, has been in the writing business for decades. So as I said, TAMRON Hall is sort of newer to the writing game, and J.D. ROBB is a pro. In fact, this is book 53 of the In Death series. They're all set in the future. They started in the year 2060 and now we're up to 2061. But it is definitely, this book is as good as any other books in the series. And in this one, Eve Dallas, who is the detective, and her partner Delia Peabody are looking at a series of crimes. The very first murder involves a homeless woman by the name of Alva Quirk. And she is almost 50 years old. She's found, her body is wrapped in plastic in a dumpster, and it's just carelessly thrown in. And she starts to learn about Alva and why she was a homeless person. She was kindly. She made origami flowers and origami animals that she gave to people, and they gave her a little donation in exchange so she could survive. But as she finds out, Alva kept a secret book on people. If she saw somebody jaywalking or throwing a food wrapper down, she would write their write about them and tell the police. So she was basically harmless. But someone killed her, and Eve Dallas must find out why. But she also finds out about Alva Quirk's past. She was married to a former police officer who abused her. He broke her fingers, he broke her bones, and finally she had to leave just for her survival. Now, Eve Dallas decides that he was not the killer, but she wants to make him pay for what he did to Alva Quirk in the past. So she will not let that go as she looks for the killer. But as she looks into this case, not too far from that site, in a building that is owned by her partner Rourke, is the decomposed body of a young girl and her fetus. It's been there for quite some time. So now this is actually 3 deaths that Eve and her partner Delia must deal with. And as she finds out, the former people who owned the building that Rourke bought it from, they had ties to, the Russian mafia and mobs and very underhanded people. So was the woman killed because she knew something about their dealings? It is, as usual, a very complex murder mystery set in the year 2061. And in the old J.D. ROBB style, she gives us more than our money's worth. And for a book that's gone 53 books into the series, none of them sound the same. They're all excellent. They're so different. So if you are looking for a book that is really, really intense, and if you have never read an Eve Dallas book, shame on you, because you should have read them by now, because there's been 53 in the series that have gone on for, must be over 30 some years. So don't forget to buy Forgotten in Death, because it is another J.D. ROBB classic. So those are the 2 books I wanted to draw to your attention this week. So hopefully when you're out looking for your book purchases, these 2 books will be books that you will consider buying. So as always, I thank you for your time in watching my videos. I welcome your comments, positive, negative, and anything else you want to say to me. So as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and do stay in touch. Thanks again. See you real soon. Bye for now.